Boys, first kitchen gadget is under the cloth.
Please.
Ooh, that
Oh,
looks
I know exactly
sharp.
what it is!
Hello everyone, today we have a chef and a normal home cook and we're putting in front of them some kitchen gadgets for them to test and review and give their thoughts on. What do we got?
It's for cutting things.
It is for cutting.
It's got a blade, correct?
It's one of two things. It's either the thinly slicing meat, but I think it's for bread.
You said thinly slicing meat.
Yeah.
I think definitely not,
Yeah.
unless the meat is cured or cooked.
Yes.
So it's obviously adjustable through size, and this is the straight edge.
So you push against that. Like you push against that side, undo this, and that gives
Slice,
you
slice,
the
slice.
thickness you want, and it falls out the back of here.
Yeah, what you cut comes here, and your chunky bit goes there.
It's called something. It's called Zassenhals.
Boys, this is the Zassenhaus bread slicer. As early as 1904, household appliances such as bread slicing machines were an integral part of the kitchen. Zassenhaus want to revive this older era.
This is what Jamie needs. The man with his left-handed ways cannot.
I don't think
slice
it's just
straight.
left-handed ways. I think it's just...
Jamie's left-handed
Yeah.
ways. Yeah.
So, when you're slicing some sourdough bread, are you getting it perfectly, vertically and horizontally flat?
No.
Yeah, well,
it is-
usually.
it is impossible.
Exactly. It is impossible. You can get it close,
Get it close.
but you are not going to
Never
get
completely flat.
absolutely straight, are you? Well, this machine has swept the internet, so give it a go. You need a partner in the
I
kitchen,
think you need
do
a back wall to push it against.
It's got sticky feet, but it's not... I mean,
Not on our surface.
most surfaces in kitchens aren't actually any good for sticky feet. Mind the blade.
Oh, there's a blade in the middle.
Now it might work.
That's made it work.
That's
Made
made,
it work.
made it slippery.
It's very easy, it's very even.
Look at that.
I'm not sure it's any easier than a knife. It is more even and consistent than a knife.
Yeah, you're right.
Here's the thing, and why I don't need this in my life.
He's gone straight there.
There's a lovely bakery near me. They make incredible sourdough loaves. You go and you pick your loaf, and they've got a slicing machine. So you pick up your loaf, and they slice it for you. And while they're doing that, you get to have a little chat, you catch up about what's going on in the week, the weather, all the things we talk about in Britain, and you have that interaction with those who bake your bread.
Airbirds, we're making our bread at home. I don't know what you're doing as a chef. Wow, okay.
For me, that is a more effective way of slicing bread than a bread knife.
Lucky they invented it in 1904
Look
because
at that.
sliced bread didn't come around till quite a bit after that, did it?
Best thing since.
Well done. I mean, come on, that is
That's good. I couldn't do that by hand. I take it back. It's good.
That was a quick turnaround.
Turns out, quarter of an inch is all I need. That will tell me there's no way that you could do that by hand.
Is it satisfying to use? It looks quite...
No,
No, it's
because
not.
it hasn't got sticky feet on our sticky surface.
This is what they say. Passion and craftsmanship draw the Zassenhaus products, which impress with creative beauty, technical precision and innovation as well as sturdiness, and stand for timeless elegance and aesthetics. Do you think they hit those marks?
Yeah, I want it, but I don't think I can have it. Because again, it's not quite as compact as a bread knife.
No.
It takes up a lot of space. I love the way it looks as well. I
And
want
the
it,
way
I want it in my kitchen, I just can't fit it in.
And the way it operates, it is
Yeah.
a great bit of kit. Certainly in Northern Europe and Western Europe, we eat more bread than anywhere else in the world, or we certainly used to. So it was a matter of making it every day and cutting it every day, and you would have it once, twice, maybe even 3 times a day at various meals in different guises. So I can see how it's a bit of kit that would get a lot of use in a kitchen if you're a family of a few and you go through a loaf a day.
There are so many social media influencers who have been using versions of these. And it's almost like the manual, mechanical, engineering nature of slicing something as simple as bread has sparked people's interest and intrigue again.
Do you know what it needs? You know that oyster shucker we had
yeah.
before that clamps on the edge of the
It
bench?
needs a clamp.
It basically needs to clamp on the edge of your table because the sucker feet, unfortunately, on this surface, and I would imagine many others aren't good enough.
Free market feedback.
There we go. And then everyone could use it with just 2 hands and you don't need your buddy here to help.
Wonderful. How much do you think this retails for?
I was going to say £80, but that feels like a lot of money. But I'm going to stick with £80.
Ebbers?
A really good German steel bread knife could set you back £80. So I would say this might be £90.
£126.
Yeah.
It's a lot. If you got rid of the sucker feet and added a wedge, I'd take it off your hands for £100.
The Zassen House bread slicer, a cut above the rest or a bit blunt?
It's definitely not blunt, and it's a cut above many of the bread-related gadgets we've tested in this kitchen. I like it.
I started here. I really, really wanted it. And as time went by, I just found more and more reasons why I can't have it. So for me, it's left me feeling a bit blunt.
Boys, lift the cloche on gadget number 2.
Thank you. Ooh.
This looks less aggressive and angry and blade-like.
Okay, we've got ourselves a little kettle pot.
Nope, I think I know what it is.
Do you?
Oh, wrong time of year though.
Oh,
I've got one good guess. I thought it looked like it could well be like an asparagus kettle.
That is so specific.
Well, they exist.
Do they?
Yeah.
I have
Basically,
never heard those
asparagus
two
kettle.
words put together.
you put all your asparagus in there and you dip it into your hot water because you want them all to stand up.
Barry, what were you thinking?
I think it's a deep fat fryer. In that oil fry,
Also makes sense. And then you can
Take out- strain your bits through there.
Introducing the innovative 2-in-1 oil strainer pot. We should actually say it's 3-in-1 now that it can be an asparagus kettle. Designed to revolutionise your frying experience. With a large filter net built into the pot, straining oil has never been easier. Say goodbye to messy, cumbersome straining methods and hello to effortless oil reuse.
Okay.
And we've spoken about this recently,
Yep.
about the importance of, and sometimes the boring bit, if you do deep fry at home in a pan, don't let it cool down and basically continue to cook. Get rid of the scraps out of the dirty oil as quick as you can to keep your oil clean. That's going to make your life easier. I'm on board for it.
And even for me, it's even that bit. A spout is when you are deep fat frying things, you're using a big pan. It doesn't have a spout, so when you are pouring the oil away carefully,
It splooshes.
runs down the side and everywhere else. That's really obvious.
I have 2 questions. Number 1, would you like to use it?
Yeah.
Number 2, would you like to use it frying some coconut shrimp?
Yeah.
Game on. Pretty okay to pour, but you're absolutely right, Baz. That is not as neat or as accurate as if I had a spout.
As we practice what we preach, this is some saved oil that we have used before. Okay, well, this heats up. Can you see this having a place, being useful?
It's a much more condensed version if you are frying in a pan at home. And I think you'll get the deep fry quicker with less oil. However, for that same reason, I think it will take longer to heat up. Whilst heat rises and you'll get motion and movement inside, you've only got that contact point underneath.
Gotcha.
I think the basket does reduce what you can fry in it because of the size.
Things that you can't pile up, you mean?
Veal escalope,
Yeah. Okay.
or like a schnitzel, even like a chicken Kiev or something
Yeah.
like that,
Yeah, true.
would struggle.
So, here are some of the claims from the manufacturer. It allows less oil than a conventional fryer or pan. True or false?
True.
Features a built-in fine mesh filter that effectively catches dirt and debris, TBC. Filtering the oil will remove the debris and gives the oil a longer lifespan.
True.
We know that.
Factually correct.
More efficient for cooking individual portions or small amounts of food.
Yeah, and I think that's the key here because I actually think it needs a lot of oil unless you're only doing one portion. Best to heat it up with the lid on because you're going to contain the heat. Maybe even just swirl it around because the bottom might be a little warmer than the top. But I also suggest, Baz, that you stick your basket in
Oh, to get warm.
because otherwise you'll put an awful lot of
and
cold
stick.
metal into hot oil
Clever.
and you'll instantly drop the temperature. The perk is there's not much oil, but that does mean that a small amount of room temperature food will quickly drop it. And I would also say this isn't really going to work a great deal for anything with batter, tempura or onion rings or fish in batter, because the moment you put it in,
Yeah.
you can't put any more in because it'll
Okay.
stick to the other one.
And it goes also to the cage.
And you could give it a little bit of time to seal and then add in the next one, but then you'll want to take the bottom one out first.
Gotcha.
So you can only do, like they're saying, very small portions. Right, let's drop half a dozen shrimp in, Baz.
Get some shrimp in.
Smells good. Toasted coconut. The more I see it, the more observations I have about why I don't like it.
Okay.
The cage is on the bottom as well. Usually, like they're suspended, so the oil can kind of circulate around it a little bit.
The handle is now red hot. I think I prefer it for boiling water. I'm going back to asparagus, but also single portions of pasta
Yeah.
or noodles, things that you would, and if you could have broth in there, so you actually like cook your pasta or noodles in a broth or a
And then
stock.
lift it out.
Lovely.
Lovely
Yeah,
fry,
lovely.
Baz. Let's test its secondary usage, which is the filtration.
So,
So,
see
you
how
wanna-
dirty it is.
Is there any debris in there?
Well, here comes the scum. Do we use that much oil?
Evidently.
How do we do that? I like how all the bad stuff is just left naturally at the bottom of the pan.
Look at that layer.
What I do like about this is you now have somewhere to store your dirty oil that isn't as cumbersome and as multi-use as a saucepan. Because when you've got dirty oil kicking around in a saucepan, you can't use it for other things.
So has the filter caught the debris?
Yes, it's a piece of metal with very small holes in it.
I'm just asking. We're putting it
Yeah.
to the test, Ebbers. No
The
need
issue
to be
with
facetious.
the issue with the putting it to the test is we've had to use so many other bits of appliance to get to that result.
Yeah.
That I don't know if it's any better than the fine sieve that everyone already owns.
I think it's one of those things that when you first see it, you go, oh, wicked, that solves many a problem. But as soon as you use it, you realise that they weren't problems in the first place.
I like the depth of it and the small diameter, which means you can
Yeah.
get away with less. We actually use an awful lot of oil,
Yeah.
more so than we needed for that volume, but you could use a lot less. That I like. I like the fact you can now store the rest of your dirty oil in there with its lid on, although you can't also store that in there and put the lid on because the handle stops you from being able to do that. Ultimately, it's an asparagus kettle.
Grab a bit of shrimp while we talk price. How much do you think we paid for the 2-in-1 oil pot?
I reckon I could get an asparagus kettle for 30 quid, so if it's any more than that,
Okay, fine.
If he knows how much an asparagus kettle is, then I'm going to have to agree with him. I can't go higher or lower than that.
$22.59.
oh, it's cheaper than an asparagus kettle.
But the question is, boys, the 2-in-1 oil pot, is it a high fryer or is it a debris downer?
Definitely a debris downer.
It's a high fryer because it's a multi-purpose bit of kit. It's just they're leaning into the fryer bit, and actually, for noodles and spaghetti and pasta and asparagus and frying and a storage thing, for £22, it works.
Boys, number 3. Lift
Your
the
turn,
cloth.
chef. So what is that?
It's the world's most useless condom.
It's a hairnet.
What are you?
Piece, don't lose that piece.
Oh, no. It's got a sucker, so we can suck it to the table.
It's much like the beer holder
that?
in a shower thing we reviewed a while ago that you put on your shower wall and then you put something in, and therefore, I'm presuming, given it's a kitchen gadget, do you put it above your sink and then put something in it to drain? What's that for? Oh,
you're right.
Yeah.
You're
I
right.
was holding it, it was distracting me, you see. It feels
Boys, absolutely bang
Well
on. This is
done.
the suction cup sink strainer. The perfect kitchen companion for efficient waste management and versatile utility.
Right.
Designed to stay securely in place, this innovative strainer offers hassle-free food waste disposal and an added drying rack function. Keep your sink unclogged and your kitchen tidy with this multi-function solution.
I've seen.
Have you just put your finger through it? You literally just punched it. You punched it and put your finger through
Yeah, I
it.
tried.
Because that was going to be my next question.
I tried to stretch
You
it very
just need to
slightly.
be gentle. Too aggressive.
Baz, we don't have many of those nets.
But you do have more than one. Ah.
That was going to be my question, because presumably you can only do it if you then throw all this away.
What should I do that now?
Nice.
Thanks.
Off to the synagogue.
Did it, Lady Evers? I've seen a similar thing in really posh sinks you can get. Like, it's a little metal one. That pops up.
Yes, I've seen that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they're really pricey sinks, and who buys sinks regularly?
I bought a sink 3 days ago. True story.
And actually, I think this could solve many a problem in my small flat, because I don't have much movement in my tap. So actually, when you want to like swill round the sink
Yeah.
and stuff, can't do that. You have to do it with hot
Yeah,
soap water,
yeah,
fine.
yeah.
But you do end up with stuff in the plug.
Would you like to try it out?
Yes,
It's
please.
got a good suction.
Well, we've got 2 options. We have a sink behind us, or you could bring the sink to you.
Great option.
Surprise!
Great, I've got to hold this.
It's the biggest pot I've got. We're bringing this kind of classic quality entertainment to you because we have a movable sink.
So if you attach your suction cup sink strainer,
that works. Okay, great.
you have a braising liquid there that you can test straining it through. There is
Yep.
also some debris in there.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, this is one step up from pouring it through a sieve. And then you have to move it out of the way because you want to do your washing up.
The bit I hate about when you have things in the sink and then you have to use the little bit at the bottom to catch them in, of getting them out and
You have to
carrying
put
it
your
over to the
finger
bin.
through half an
And you
inch of
carry it, it's the
mush.
water and drip everywhere. You're
That
like,
is true.
yeah.
You have to lift up and over to use your draining board because it's now in the way of it, and then you can put it down for your second item. It seems fiddly. I can see how it solves a problem. I'm not convinced the problem was there.
How much do you think we paid for the suction cup sink strainer?
It's going to cost about a £5.
12 quid. I think it's rubbish.
£13.99. Okay. Okay then lads, the suction cup sink strainer, does it suck and strain? Or does it suck and is a strain?
I'm straining to find the energy to do anything more than say, is the second one.
It definitely sucks.
Right, let's get the sink back and move on to number 4. Right boys, final one.
Okay.
I'm slightly playing with the format because it's boxed and I want you to go through the unboxing experience.
Okay, great.
Lift it for final kitchen gadget
Curious
number 4.
but also excited.
The Flavour Blaster Mini.
I've taken the manual out of it.
Oh my god.
Oh, it's a very satisfying unboxing. Lift me out. Oh, an atomizer.
Barry's holding the main bit.
Got a gun.
Wait.
Then we have lights in the front.
Okay. Any guesses?
We've got bubble bath.
I've got it! You know those bubbles you put on top of cocktails?
Yeah.
Introducing the Flavour Blaster, the revolutionary handheld machine that adds a burst of flavour and aroma to your drinks. Ideal for table service or creating bubbles on the go, this compact powerhouse delivers massive impact wherever you need it. Okay, boys, so we've provided you with a cocktail.
Okay,
You're going
lovely.
to infuse that with citrus flavour, but you're also going to create something quite impressive in the process.
Oh, we go.
Fill that up with the citrus flavour. That'll do.
Nice.
Lovely. So now, Barry, you
Yes.
can lift the gold bit out of the gun. Now,
Right.
that purple vial sits inside the gun.
Cock and load.
Did we all hear that?
Is that not what it is?
Lock and load.
Lock and load.
Don't you
Why-
cock the gun and load?
No,
It's a shotgun. You cock
No,
the gun.
You have to load it.
You don't lock
don't
it.
Are you serious?
You cock, load, and. Don't you? Am I the only one that misheard that for my entire life? Hang on a minute. Hang on. I'm not going to be the laughing stock
You
of
do
this.
cock a rifle.
Yeah,
'cause
that's what I said.
Yeah.
Lock and load is.
Yeah, you lock and load it.
I thought you cocked a gun and loaded it. Sorry.
No, it's fine. I'm glad we did that. Okay, so now the gold goes back on. Ebbers, in the meantime, if you take some of your bubbles
Yep.
and place it in the gold saucer, that'll do. Baz, dip the end in the bubbles. Press the trigger 3 times to turn it on. It's going to form a bubble.
Stop. It's very good. Drink it.
You can also put them in the air and then they float through the air and then you can pop them. Let's play with that and do that.
Make it rain bubbles.
He's literally scampering. I don't think I've ever used that verb. Yay!
That is delicious.
I'm going to add the flavour blaster to all my house parties.
We haven't even drunk a cocktail yet.
What a lovely bit of fun that is.
Does it actually impart any flavour, well, aroma, into the cocktail?
No, it's a theatre around it.
Yeah.
But
we
that
do-
is, in my mind, 50% of cocktail bars.
So you like it?
I really like it. I like how simple it is as well.
I mean, they claim that the gun and smoker infuses food and drinks with rich natural aromas, deepening the flavours and making every sip and bite unforgettable.
The drink is already delicious. What it adds is another element of pizzazz.
And I guess it does smell heavily of citrus.
The room now smells of that as well. It's
Whatever.
what cinemas do with popcorn, right?
Yeah.
They just pump popcorn smell in and everyone's like, I'm here to watch a movie. I'm happy.
Ebbers, as a chef, outside of cocktails, it does talk about infusing flavour, aroma into food as well. Can you think of a world in which you would use this in a food theatre experience?
No, however, the use of smell can be really important. I don't know whether you need the bubble when it comes to other foods, but if you can get other flavour, if you could do a pine scented one, and you're serving a really lovely seasonal venison-rich sauce and kind of like root vegetables, maybe something mushroomy, and you've got the scent of pine in the forest, it will add something, I don't think to the dish, but to the experience of eating.
How much do you think we paid for the Flavour Blaster Mini 2?
I reckon £70.
Between 70 and 100, you can probably get away with it.
What if you doubled that to £199.95?
It's the kind of thing where if you were an event organiser, a party organiser, whether it's hen do, stag do's, weddings, parties, Christmas parties, those kind of things, it adds an element of flair to those as well. I think it's great.
I really like it.
I think it does exactly what they set out to do, which is to make cocktails fun, even more fun they already are.
And it doesn't matter that it's expensive because it means that these can exist and these experiences are out there. I love it.
Over to you guys. Let us know in the comments what you thought of each of those gadgets, and if you have any more amazing things that we need to get in front of our chef and normal, make sure you let us know.